This is my 79 TRX4 Bronco. This was the first hobby grade RC I bought in like 2017, 2018, whenever the Bronco came out. I was thinking about buying one, and then this came out, so I was like, I gotta buy one. And it's basically stock. Like, it looks not stock, but it's basically stock. It's got these tires and wheels on it, which these are Proline Baja Pro X with, I don't know what's in there, but they're not staying on there. They're a little bit too big. They rub sometimes. So we're gonna switch something out. We also got a Fusion SC for it, some GRC brass and diff cover. I'm gonna go with the Swampers and G8 and Crawler Innovations Bull Novas. I like those foams a lot. Those are good. And I already have them, importantly, and I don't have to print them. I may end up printing some later, but as of right now, those will work. I'm gonna freshen up the body a little bit too. I painted the outside of this when I got it, and it has held up pretty good, but it's starting to show a little bit of wear and tear. So I'm just gonna weather it a little bit. And I'll probably do some work on the windows. I don't know. It's got a cool interior in it, but you can't really see because the windows are so beat up. We'll see. Alright. See underneath it, still has stock ESC, stock motor, stock receiver. I don't know if I'm going to put it on a different receiver at first. Or a different radio. I might just keep the stock one. We'll see though. What servo do I have in here? I have no idea what that is, but last I remember it was adequate enough. It's got a SSD front bumper, metal front bumper. And that's about it really. No brass, no nothing. Just I hate driving it because it's so not capable compared to the rest of my trucks. So, doing a little refreshing. Do a little refresh on this guy. Man, what a pain in the backside. I got 3 of these dang Hobbywing program cards, multiple cables. None of them would work on this thing. None of them would register. So then I was like, maybe it's the cables, or maybe it's the cards. I don't know. So I tried multiple. I have the honky wagons over there. That's 1 Fusion, 2 Fusion, 3 Fusion, 4 Fusion, plus this one. So 5 Fusions. Oh no. And the camper. Where's the camper? Oh, the camper's in that tub too. 6 Fusions. And it only, all 3 of these only worked on the honky wagon. And that thing is in the roughest shape out of any of them. That thing gets more abuse than anything else. Weird. But I tried it like 20 times. Like, I don't know how many times. Multiple times. And then that was yesterday. And then today I tried it for a couple times and it didn't work. And then out of nowhere, it worked one time. And I programmed it to, you gotta switch the motor rotation on this for the Traxxas. Got everything programmed, unplugged it just for shits and grins. I tried it again and it didn't work, but it's crazy. I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe these are all bad. There's, I don't know, the probability of all 3 being bad and all cables or cables being bad, I don't think so. Something's wrong. Maybe it's me. Anyhow, that's all good to go now. I just got to clean that up. Alright, let me press it. There we go. One side of the GRC brass is done. You can really see the clearance here. Let's see. There we go. The left one is the new GRC brass, and the right one is the TRX4 stock housing, or stock knuckle and C-hub. Big difference on clearance. I showed this on one of the TRX4 pages, and one person thought I did straight axles. They thought I put straight axles on here instead of just switching to these different knuckles and C-hubs. Huge difference. And if you get a longer tie rod, you can steer a little bit more. Now, these already have better steering angle, but if you do a bigger tie rod, a longer one, you can really crank it out. Slowly putting all my TRX4s on this. I already have the honky wagon and the van, and what else? I guess now this one, and soon to be the Wagoneer will be on this one too. Hold on. Alright, that's off. Where are we at here? All the brass is done. I'm not quite a full brass hole. The outer covers are still the stock plastic ones. But yeah, both left and right sides are done. It's a lot more clearance, better turning. I highly suggest getting the high clearance brass. Way better. Batteries moved up front. Fusion is in. I think that's it. Oh, tires are swapped, which these might be too soft. These are crawler innovations Little Novas on G8 Super Swampers on Proline. Maybe a little bit too soft for a truck this heavy. We'll see how it does. I'm not in love with the wheels either. I may end up getting different wheels. They don't look quite right on this era of Bronco. But I don't really like the wagon wheels, the deep dish wagon wheels. I hate deep dish wheels on RC trucks. I hate it when all the portal gears like sticking way out. I don't like that at all. Which this is kind of like that. It is what it is. Alright, now I can start on the body. Alright, so I got this cool interior that I did a long time ago, but it still looks cool. Mick Foley and Charlotte Flair. But you can't see it through the dang windows. These things are so scratched up. So I think, right, this should have been a vent window to begin with. All Fords up till 98 had a vent window. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a vent window. They all got them. I don't know why Traxxas would have omitted that. So I think I'm just going to cut straight down and then cut out a square of the window. Then you'll be able to see these guys. The front I'm not going to really mess with it, just leave it scratched. But yeah, and then I'll paint the vent window black so it matches the rear. Alright, one side cut, and that was pretty easy. I just taped off where I wanted to cut, obviously, the vent window, and then just started lightly scoring the plastic till it just got deeper and deeper, and then cutting around the rest is pretty easy. That side turned out pretty good though. And I'll run some sandpaper over there to not soft on the edges. You know, make it not sharp, I guess. Smooth out. That's what I'm looking for. Smooth out the edges. Alright. Windows are done and painted. I just painted that with a TAMIYA black. They're pretty scuffed up on the outside, so now they match the rear window. And now you can see the interior, and it's not perfect. You can still see the body clips that hold the side view mirrors on. which are pretty rough right now. But yeah, that'll work. This is my first car, or my first RC car, truck, whatever. And I bought that interior. I had no idea it was pre-painted, and I had no idea that the film was still on there. So I glued McFoley in, only to later realize that that film was on there. That was a long time ago. I know better now. But yeah, alright, pretty good. Front window is in pretty rough shape. I don't know how to polish these things. I'll have to look into that. I don't even know if I will. That is just a cheap interior from Amazon. I think I got a video on that from a couple years ago. Turned out good though. Alright, now I'm going to do some weathering, and this stuff, and this stuff, and this stuff. For this streaking grime, I'm almost out. I just brush it on all over. Hopefully it turns out alright. And then we'll just wipe it off. Don't want it on the windows. If you put too much on there, you can just use some mineral spirits. And so, wipe it right off. So I'm going to go ahead and put this kind of all over the place, and then wipe it off, just to get the base weathering. So on that last step, I put on that streaking grime first, wiped it all off, and then it just kind of gives it a grimy look, like a dirty look. And I put a little extra there, but you need to spray like flat clear or any kind of clear on it to seal it in, and I forgot to do that, so I had to go back, tape up the windows, because I don't want those clear, because that'll make them real dull. And then yeah, pretty easy. Now I'm going to start with some rust strips. And now that stuff's dry, I didn't go too hard on it. But after it's dry, take a paintbrush and dip it in mineral spirits, and then you just kind of water it down a little bit. To give it that streak effect. And if you go too much, you could just use mineral spirits to take it all off. It's hard to do on camera. Alright. That step is done, and I'm spraying clear over every time, just to make sure it seals itself in. These two things right here, I think they're oil based. They're kind of greasy if you don't like spray clear over them. So make sure you spray some flat clear, gloss clear, whatever you're working with. Now I'm going to work a little bit with this stuff here, just the rust part. I don't know how well that's showing up. And this stuff here is basically brown makeup. You just take the little brush here. If you got a better brush, use it. This one kind of sucks. And then I just kind of brush it down in there, like the creases and the folds. It's hard to film. I don't do very good how-to videos because I hate them. I'll just do what I do and then I'll show you afterwards. Alright, that is weathered. I'm leaving it like that. I could keep going and going and going, but then I get too rusty. Pretty good. I forgot to show it, but this last trick, this is just, what do you call it? Steel wool. Damn it, hold on. That is just steel wool and white vinegar. You can see all that crusty rust down there, and that's pretty good for textures. Like that stuff right there. A little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. Yeah, this stuff actually, this is my first time using this stuff. I forgot I made it. And works pretty good. I think this could probably replace everything that I just used except for maybe that. Pretty good though. I didn't rust up the top, and that's obviously fiberglass. I did kind of smudge it up, make it a little dirty though. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Here, hold on, let me show you. There you go. That's like $1 from Kroger or wherever your grocery store is. Probably Walmart. I got this from Walmart. That was a couple dollars. Maybe like $3. Pretty good though. Then I just put it in there and let it rust for a couple days. That one's been sitting there for months, so I forgot I did that, but it should start to produce results after a couple days. Alright, that's done. I'm gonna put this back together. There's the body, or the chassis, I mean. That one's all done. This is all done. I'll include some running video of it. But yeah, pretty happy. Turned out pretty good. Really happy I finally cut those windows out. Why they didn't put a vent window in there the whole time blows my mind. Alright, stay tuned for a running video.